Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you are all having a great day. I am the Vortex Trader and today we are looking at Euro USD on the daily time frame. We are trying to analyze this pair to see what is in store for it over the near to midterm future. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, let's get into the chart. So, what are we noticing? We know, because we've said this numerous times before in the last while, that price has been trending lower since the 10th of February. It has been a while since we have seen some positive daily price action on these major Forex pairs. Okay, for the sake of this video, we are using the beginning of this so-called trend line in inverted commas from the 31st of March. Okay, now what are these blue zones here and what are these numbers that I have labeled? Well, these are those psychological whole numbers that the human mind gets attracted to, right? There is something about a whole number on any price chart that humans are psychologically attracted to, right? There's something about it. Now, if you think about it yourself, when you see the number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, it's psychologically more attractive to you than the numbers 8, 9, 23, 47, 63. Yes? Now, smart money knows this, right? Market makers and institutions know this because a lot of retail traders out there will use these zones to buy and sell, right? And we can see this. We can clearly see it. Around these areas of the 1.11 mark, price mark, we can see price wicked into numerous times. It collected a whole bunch of orders before pushing the price lower, right? Then again, around the 1.09 mark, we can see this price wicked into these zones, right? It collected all that liquidity before pushing the price lower. We can see it again on the 1.05 price point, right? We can see that price wicked into the zone numerous times, treated it as support, just like it treated it as resistance up here, just like it treated it as resistance up here, right? Here, it treated it as support, broke through it, collected all the orders it needed, broke through it, right? And now finally, we have broken up above it. Now, I say finally, in inverted commas, I'm literally holding my fingers up. This is because if we are looking solely based on this trend line that began on the 31st of March, this is a very subjective thing. Okay, a lot of traders do use trend lines. I personally do not use them only. We can use them to add a little bit of confluence and confidence to our strategies, but let me show you why we could get faked out or be on the wrong side of the market with these trend lines. And I'm sure most of you can already see this, right? If we simply move this trend line to here, just like this, well, now we're still looking bearish, right? Yes, we've only had one tap so far, right? But who's to say that price isn't going to tap it for a second time there before and collecting all the liquidity from that price point and then pushing price lower? You see, right? So this is why I am not solely convinced just yet that we are ready to look for long positions. I brought the trend line closer because this trend line has gotten more taps than the one that is pushed out further, right? One tap, candle closed below it, so we can still consider it a first tap. And then we have some taps along this region here. Okay, this is why this trend line could hold more potential than this one that has only had now its second tap, or even further out, hasn't even had its second tap yet. You see how these trend lines can fool our minds. Got to be really careful. This is why, if we delete it, I like to look at charts rather like that. Okay, but now we see that price is trending so far lower, and we have broken this 1.05 mark. We are treating it as support currently. However, let's look below. Let's look at our volume. Our volume is not there yet. We still have a lot of strong bearish volume. What I would like to see in order for myself to confirm that we can finally start looking for some bullish plays in this chart is that if you notice up above, we have some resistance in this zone right here. And what is interesting about this zone, right? It is around the 1.06 price point. Okay, so if price breaks this zone completely, and it does it convincingly and impulsively with large, strong volume that takes out these previous bearish bars of volume. If we can break these previous bars of volume height-wise, and we can have some large green volume bars along with some large impulsive candles that close above this 1.06, then I would say, okay, on the daily time frame, it is now time for us to start looking at some retracement options before we take this pair long. But at the moment, I'm just not seeing that because this thing could very easily just be collecting the orders like it's done here and here, right? And be ready and get ready to push this thing further south. So on that notion, let's switch quickly to the 4-hour and see if there's any interesting setups that we can currently see. Right, let's have a look here. Again, we can see price respecting these areas before taking it lower. You see, some of you might say, well, look, it's now bounced back up above this blue zone, so we could enter a long position, maybe something like this. And this is all very well and good. You could get a great RR there if your target is previous resistance up here, which was support over here. 1, 2, 5, depending where you put your stop loss. Okay. The thing is, because these areas are areas of interest and there's a lot of liquidity, it's very easy for this price to come down, grab more liquidity, right? Either stop you out before pushing up, right? Or just not reaching your entry, or just carrying on without it. There's too much that isn't known right now. For me personally, okay, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. This is just how I see it. What else can we see on the 4-hour? We can see that if we use the MACD, which I do like to do, we can see that even though we do have some nice divergence here, let's check it out. We have one low, and then we have a second low. Low number 1, low number 2. Okay. If we use our MA lines of the MACD, we can see we have divergence. We have a lower low and then a higher low. Okay, so this is some added confluence, right? This could tell us that buyers are coming in to take control, right? And for the first time, we are seeing these MA lines trailing again, just like it was here, trying to get above the histogram and the 0 line right here. Okay, however, we don't really have divergence on the histogram, and this sort of represents the volume, because when we look at it and we take it like this, we can see that this doesn't go from low to high. This sort of goes from high to low. So this is not pure full divergence. Okay, this is partial divergence. So, okay, we can say, right, it's a 50% chance the price could go up or go down. Or another thing that price could be doing is simply just, it's going to start ranging, could start ranging from this point onwards, in and out, down and up, down and up, meandering like this. Okay, I have no confirmation to show me anything. I see no order blocks. I see no particular patterns. There's nothing here that says to me, this is tradable right now. I do also see, and I did mention this the other day, that we do have volume decreasing slowly, which also indicates a potential move soon. Whether this is to the downside or to the upside remains to be seen. So this is definitely something to keep an eye out. What I always like to do is analyze the daily first. And then once we have a confirmation on the daily, we switch lower and delve into the lower time frames to try and look for an entry. Okay, but right now, if we had to look for long positions right now, we would technically be doing a counter trend trade, which is already rule number one. Do not do counter trend trades unless you are risking a very small position, and you would grade your setup accordingly, and you would know that this counter trend opportunity could potentially give me, a position that would win X amount of times out of 10 being counter trend. All right. But as we know right now, trying to jump in just for the sake of it, not something that I would do personally. All right. If you guys have any other interesting setups on this pair, please don't feel shy and please don't hesitate to post it below in the comments. I would love to see how you guys are analyzing this particular pair. And keep us updated. I have posted the link below in the description as well, the link to our website, as well as the links to our social media profiles. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Thank you once again for watching, and I will be definitely seeing you all in the next one. See you later. Bye.